Hazrat Ubaid bin Hunayn states that he heard Hazrat Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu say, "For 1 year I nestled an intention to ask Hazrat Umar radiyallahu anhu about a verse, but due to his awe, I could not dare ask him until he set out intending Hajj, and I also accompanied him. When I returned and we were on our way, he turned towards Pillow Tree to relieve himself. He radiyallahu anhu said, I stood there waiting for him until when he had relieved himself. I set out along with him. At that juncture I said, O the chief of the believers, who are the two of the Prophet's wives who helped each other in planning against the command of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He radiyallahu anhu said, they were Hafsa radiyallahu anha and Aisha radiyallahu anha. I then said, by Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, I had been intending to ask you about it for 1 year, but could not dare ask you due to your awe. He thereupon said, do not do so. Ask me if you think I know such and such thing. I will tell you if I know it. He says that then Hazrat Umar radiyallahu anhu said, by Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, in pre-Islamic period of ignorance, we believe in no rights of women until Allah Jalla Jalaluhu revealed the commands about them. These rights, which He Jalla Jalaluhu revealed and determined. He says, one day while I was musing any matter of mine, my wife said, would that you had done such and such thing. He says that he said to her, what has happened to you? Why do you meddle in the thing I want to do? She replied, O the son of Khattab, what a strange thing you are saying. You wish that you may not be answered back at all, whereas your daughter bandy words with Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whereupon Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam passes the whole day in anger. So Hazrat Umar radiyallahu anhu got up, took his sheet and reached Hazrat Hafsa radiyallahu anha and said to her, O daughter, do you bandy words with Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And as a result, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam passes the whole day in anger. Hazrat Hafsa radiyallahu anha said, by Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, we all argue with him sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hazrat Umar radiyallahu anhu said, do you know I cannot save you from the torment of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu and the wrath of Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam. O daughter, let not the matter of the one whose charms please the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and whom the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam loves deceive you. He radiyallahu anhu meant Hazrat Aisha radiyallahu anha by it. He said, then I came out and visited Hazrat Salama radiyallahu anha on the basis of ties of kinship with her and talked to her in this connection. Whereupon Hazrat Salama radiyallahu anha said, O the son of Khattab, strangely enough, you meddle in all affairs and even meddle in the private matter of Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his wives. So by Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, she took me to task in such a severe way as my fury melted away. So I came back from her. I had a friend amongst the helpers. When I would absent myself from the court of Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he would report me what all happened that day. And when he would not go, I would apprise him of the proceedings. And at that time, we had an apprehension about an onslaught by a king of Ghassan, and we were informed that he had set out to make an onslaught on us. So our hearts teemed with this apprehension. When my Ansari friend came, rapped the door and said, open it, open it. I said, did Ghassani come? He said, but it is something more serious than it. Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam has abandoned his wives. Whereupon I said, may Hafsa and Aisha's noses get dusty. I took my sheet, came out until I reached there, while Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam was resting in his attic. A ladder was propped against the wall to climb up to it, and his Negro slave was standing there beside the ladder. I said to him, Umar has come. So I was accorded the permission. Hazrat Umar radiyallahu anhu says that he narrated to Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam this incident. When I narrated to him Salama's remarks, Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave a smile. At that time, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam was lying on a mat with no sheet between the mat and his body, and leather pillows stuffed with the bark of date palm under his head. and the leaves of acacia were scattered beneath his feet, and some pieces of raw leather were hanging on his head side. So I observed impressions of mat on his side and burst into tears. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam inquired, "Why do you weep?" I submitted, "O Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam, undoubtedly the Khusro and Kaisar are living opulently, whereas you are Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam." He sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Aren't you agree that the world should be for them, but the hereafter must be for us?" Sahih Bukhari, Hadith number 4913.